people will have sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, all this stuff, right? Sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp. How does a new founding team or business owner even begin to think about this?
I think the rubber stamp is always, I need to start an LLC, right? I need to start an LLC. And then my question is usually like, oh, okay, like, how much are you doing in profit right now? We haven't even made a profit yet. Okay. Do you own a home? I start asking a lot of questions. Usually it starts off what is on the table for you to lose, right? Like, first off, what do we have to lose?
Here we are again, man.
How are you?
Hey, good to see you. So great times with just talking through everything here with your background, with what we've talked through with helping people around the world. One of the key things and one of the important episodes now we're going to go through is going to be the business structure set up along with the topics underneath that, right? We'll be going through, choosing the right business entity, the business bank account, non-negotiable partnership structure, tax implications, and then family business tax strategy, right?
Yeah.
So this is a big one. I get asked this all the time. You get asked this all the time. Everyone who consulted gets asked outside. Choosing the right business entity. Yeah, people think it's easy, but it's not, because there are implications of whichever one you don't pick, right? Now, people will have sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's walk me through the decision, on what you've talked to with others. And, we've had this path already that we talk to all the time with our clients, but sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp. How does a new founding team or business owner even begin to think about this?
Yeah. So I think the rubber stamp is always, I need to start an LLC, right? I need to start an LLC. And then my question is usually like, oh, okay, like, how much are you doing in profit right now? We haven't even made a profit yet. Okay. All right. Do you own a home? Like, so I start asking a lot of questions, and usually it starts off what is on the table for you to lose, right? We want to think about that first. Like, first off, what do we have to lose? Which could be a house, it could be, investment property, it could be any other slew of things that might be able to take if someone like were to sue you or what have you, right? The next is profitability. Like, where are you at as far as like how much you're making in the business? Because not only will you be doing the LLC, you'll have to figure out whether you want to make it, an S Corp or a sole proprietor or what have you. And I use LLC because everyone thinks of LLC because that's just what they hear.
Right.
It's very much a catchphrase for anyone starting a business, which is okay. I think, I usually tell people, do you have the capacity to, have your books clean every month? Are you able to hire somebody that's able to do that? How much profit are you going to be doing? Are you just the only person in it? Are you bringing on people? So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered first before you start thinking about what type of entity that I need to create. A lot of people, they hear something and then they do it. And then they find out later that the fines for not doing the right thing is huge. So it's like, I was trying to save money, but then I made so many mistakes in the fines that it doesn't, it doesn't outweigh the benefit of what you heard, right? Like, oh, I'm going to start an S Corp. And then I'm like, why do you want to start an S Corp? It's because it gives you the most tax advantages.
Right.
And it's like, well, what are you in business for? To save taxes or to have a business, right? Like, which one is it? Which one are you trying to figure out? And, a lot of people don't know that, with the S Corp, you have to have a certain amount of income that you're allowed to, and you'll forget that. And the fines are big because when you make a certain amount, you get fined a big amount. So
right.
You want to make sure that you understand the landscape of your business, and you want to understand like what are the consequences to doing it, and also the benefits. I think a lot of people know the benefits. They just don't understand, does it fit them for their case? That's the hard part. And, I usually say, like, people that are like, small businesses or starting off really small, just start off as a sole proprietor if you don't have that much to lose right now, but if you do and you aren't able to, conform with a lot of the guidelines and deadlines that need to be done for an LLC, an S Corp, even a C Corp, right? Just depends on how you want to structure your business and if it makes sense. That's the big part of it. It doesn't make sense for you, doesn't make sense for the business. And will you be able to put in, the time, the effort, and the money to be able to sustain, the business in that entity structure? Right? You don't want to just be like, yeah, I didn't do my board meetings every year. Shoot. And then someone comes back and says like, yeah, we're going to sue them because they're not doing the board meetings, which they should be doing every year. And it doesn't qualify them anymore to be the LLC. So you have this cloak of this LLC trying to save your assets when you didn't follow this one thing. And all of a sudden now it's crumbled. It's no longer there for you, available for you to, protect yourself. And that's the unfortunate part, is that they have to understand what the process is in order to do that. So.
Yeah, and I think I like what you said. Again, most people pick LLC just because it's something they've heard, it's standard. And the takeaway from this is an S Corp election, you'd have to save, you have to have an income threshold, something you could share on some one-on-one conversations you have with others. But you could be saving thousands of dollars a year in self-employment tax alone, right?
Yes.
By going through that. So
yeah, I mean, if it works for you, it's really great. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, don't do an S Corp because there's fines. What I'm saying is that know what the S Corp is, what it's good for, how it's going to save you, and then what things you need to do in order to maintain that S Corp designation, So yeah, that's a big thing. A lot of people want to just jump in right away, pay, X amount of dollars, thousands of dollars just to form the thing and then be able to do that. And then come to find out they just didn't follow the instructions.
Yeah, these are great points, and again, choosing the right business entity with this topic, and guys, again, this is really valuable information, especially for you guys that are looking through, structuring a business and understanding in the beginning, so you don't have to go back.
Right.
Again, encourage you guys to subscribe, to follow, to like, send us a message. Get Ray on your books. You have the ability to book them. Again, right now we are going to be going through, business structure setup. And right now, today's topic, we talked about choosing the right business entity. Next one we'll be going through, our next episode will be the business bank account is non-negotiable, right, Ray? So look forward to that one. That's always a fun one. So thanks, Ray, for joining and coming on, and look forward to the next one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Ray. Take care.
There.